I haven't been this excited about a neutrals collection in forever. Cosmetics launched the Masterpiece collection, and it's truly nothing short of a masterpiece. Guys, welcome back. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're gonna be trying out 2 different looks using this collection. I got this little paper in PR, so we have the soft neutrals. Basically, there's 2 different vibes. I'm gonna be creating 2 looks using each collection. I say collection, but it's all one collection. So we have the soft neutrals and then the sultry neutrals. I'm gonna be starting off with the soft neutrals. So I'm going to be using the Divine Skies eyeshadow palette. Now this one is in the shade Rodin. So if you guys aren't familiar with Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes, they look like this, and they keep launching these themed collections in the same packaging. So here's another palette that I have from them. This is the Divine Skies palette. I love these eyeshadow palettes. I think their color stories are gorgeous, and here's their latest. So this again is the Rodin palette. It has 3 mattes, 3 shimmers. It's absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to put this on my face. As you can see, I already did my makeup besides my eyes, my blush, and my lips. I'll have everything linked down below. I'm just gonna dip into this shade right here to start. We're gonna take it on a small fluffy brush and start to work this into the crease. Okay, hold on. That's more pigmented than I thought, so I need a fluffier brush. I'm just buffing this out in the crease. I feel like Cosmetics is one of the most underrated brands. I love everything, like really everything that they launch. I think everything is so well thought out. I love how they don't overdo the launches either. Things are spaced out really nicely so you have time to enjoy everything. I'm just using my powder brush to kind of blend that out a little bit more because I was not expecting to have so much pigment in that color. It's absolutely gorgeous though. Let's do the same thing to this eye. So these eyeshadow palettes retail for $40. There's 6 shades, but the formulas are so high quality, really gorgeous, and not too overwhelming either because you only have 6 shades in the palette. I feel like it doesn't overwhelm me anyway. I think it's a really beautiful curated size and shape and really easy to travel with. I'm a big fan of these eyeshadow palettes. I'm actually gonna take the same brush and we're gonna dip into the shade that's right next to it right here. This has a little bit more of a pink undertone, and I'm just gonna build this up right on this outer corner. I shouldn't say pink, it's more of a warm brown. I'm just gonna start building that up right here. The tagline for this collection is "Reimagine the power of neutrals," which I thought was really cute. I feel like there was a hot minute there in the makeup community where everyone wanted something other than neutrals, at least on social media, you know, everyone was begging for rainbow cut crease looks and things like that, just, you know, out of the box looks. And I feel like the world is coming back to reality in the sense that neutrals always look so good and, you know, people will always and forever wear neutrals. So I love seeing neutrals have their moment again. I feel like brands are releasing more neutrals than they were over the past couple years, which I'm loving. I'm gonna take my fingertip and dip into this middle shimmer shade right here. This is a gorgeous kind of champagne golden color. It's really pretty. And I'm wanting this to go all over the eyelid. Ooh, this is a really nice color. It's got a little bit more of a chunky glitter in there, which is stunning. Oh my gosh, wow. I love that. I'm seriously so inspired by this collection. I'm gonna take an angled brush and dip into the deepest brown in the palette. And I'm gonna create a little bit of a soft shadow wing on the edge. And then I'm gonna take this shade right here. This looks like more of a satin than a more glittery shade like the other 2, which I think is gorgeous and perfect for an inner corner highlight. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna apply this to the inner corner. I'm also going to drag this right here on the lower lash line. So pretty. So the eye look is done. I thought it would be fitting to use the Cosmetics mascara. This is called the Pick Me Up Mascara. I'm going to apply this on the top and bottom lashes, and then we will try out the blush and the lip color, which I'm so excited about. All right, so it's time for blush. We're gonna go into the Heaven's Glow Radiant Veil blush. This is just a new shade in an already existing formula from Cosmetics, which I love this formula. Here's the color. How gorgeous is this? I love how it has a little bit more of a muted, almost brown undertone, like beige undertone, which I think is so nice. Something else I wanted to mention, usually with these collections that they've been launching, they match the packaging that matches each other, which I think is so great. And you'll see the difference in the second half of this video. I'll show you another one of my favorite blushes from Cosmetics so you can see it side by side. This is the Heaven's Glow blush in Magic Hour. And here it is side by side with the new one called Baroque. So you can see it's much more beige than this one. Super excited to apply this. I'm just gonna take it with a nice fluffy brush. Oftentimes, I don't feel the need to use a highlight with these blushes because they have a really nice sheen to them, which as you can see, wow, it's so pretty. This is a baked formula, so a little bit goes a long way. I feel like I'm already applying a little too much as I'm going in, but that's okay. I'm just gonna keep buffing and blending. I'm going across the nose a little bit. Okay, so it definitely has a much more brown undertone on me especially, which I think is really nice, but for me, I feel like I could definitely go overboard with this on accident. So next time I'll definitely use a little bit of a lighter hand, but I think it's a really nice color and it matches the eye look. Honestly, I think I'm the most excited about the lip color. So this is their Lip Cushion Tinted Lip Luminizer. This retails for $23. By the way, the blush is $34. So you can see these three match each other in packaging. I love this formula so much. I'm gonna wipe off any foundation on my lips. And then I'm gonna go straight in with this. Ooh, this has such a gorgeous taupe undertone. This might be one of my favorite lip cushion colors they've made yet. That's so beautiful. I'm obsessed with that lip color. I think that's my favorite thing out of the three things in these soft neutrals, half of this collection that I tried. So yeah, here's the final look with all the soft neutrals products. These are really gorgeous and really great for every day, which I think is why I was so drawn to this collection, because I'm always looking for new makeup, obviously in general, but also something that's gonna be great for every day, which I think these products really lend to for me personally. I love this look so much, but I'm really excited to see what the other palette has to offer. All right, so we've got a nice blank canvas again. I didn't take off the mascara all the way, partially because the mascara is kind of difficult to remove, but in a good way. It lasts really well on the eyes, so hopefully it doesn't like disrupt the eyeshadow too much. We're gonna hop into the second palette, which is called Da Vinci. See how this packaging is slightly deeper? So pretty, and look at this. Oh, so gorgeous. I love these more rich neutral tones. Let's go ahead and try them. We're gonna take the lightest shade in the palette, which is this one right here. These are very pigmented, so I'm gonna tap off the extras and lightly start to work this into the crease. Same kind of setup, 3 mattes, 2 metallics, and 1 shimmer. So these ones are a lot more warm toned, where the other palettes seem to have a little bit more of a beige, slightly more cool tone undertone. I don't want to say that it's fully cool toned because it wasn't, but this one's definitely much more on the rich warm side. I'm going to take the same brush and start to apply that underneath the lower lash line. Next, I'm going to dip into this shade right here, and I'm going to start to create a little more depth on this outer corner using this color. I'm taking the same color and defining the outer edge of the lower lash line with the same brush. And now, I can't stop looking at this color right here. I'm going to definitely use this one all over my eyelids, so I'm going to go ahead and pick this up on my fingertip. This is so gorgeous, wow. It's got almost an olive undertone to it, which I think is so unique. Almost like an antique brass kind of a feel. That's so pretty. I thought for sure I would be so into the other palette, which was so pretty, but this one is surprising me. It's so nice. Also, I don't know if you can tell, I've got splotchy self-tanner wrists right now. I thought it would be a fabulous idea to try a brand new self-tanner last night. It had been a while since I have tried to self-tan, and it's like a gradual lotion, so I did my best. Like, I really thought that I was blending things out really well, and then I woke up this morning to streaks like crazy. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. I'm gonna take that same color, this one, on a more flat brush, and I'm gonna spray this with setting spray, just so I can get a nice pigment and get it to adhere to this lower lash line. Oh my goodness, that is stunning on the lower lash line. Woo! This palette, wow, this one is really special. We might as well smoke things out even more using this gorgeous shade right here. It's a really nice rich brown. I'm gonna tap off the excess, and we're gonna add even more dimension to that outer corner, kind of buffing it into the lash line and then into the crease a little bit as well. And of course, I'm taking what's left and dragging it on that lower lash line on the corner. Ooh, that really elevated everything. Obviously, if I were to do a look like this normally, I would have done my eyes first, but for the sake of today's video, I was trying to jump straight into the eyes. So there is a little bit of fallout, and I feel like my edges aren't as precise as they would have been had I done my eyes first, but we're getting somewhere regardless. This is so pretty. I'm gonna take the lightest shimmer shade in the palette, which is this one right here. We're gonna try this out as an inner corner shade. It might be a little too deep for an inner corner, at least for my personal preference, but oh, I spoke too soon. That's actually gorgeous. It actually reflects kind of a champagne color, so it works really well in the inner corner. Pretty. I'm gonna add what's left on that brush underneath the brows to highlight and then press it in with my fingers. This is so pretty. I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara on top of our existing mascara, just because I got quite a bit of eyeshadow on my lashes. So I'm just gonna freshen that up a little bit. Okay, I love this eye look. I think it's so different. It's still so wearable and neutral, but it kind of surprised me. I am taking a little bit more of that first shade we used, which is this one right here, and bringing up that color a little closer to my brow. So pretty, wow. I'm gonna also take that slightly underneath the lower lash line. I just want it to be really smoky. All right, we're gonna go into Rococo, which is the blush color that goes with this more sultry neutrals collection. So here is that. This has a little bit more of a deeper beige undertone. Let me compare the two so you can see. Here's the two of them side by side. So this might be way too deep because I realized this one kind of already felt a little too deep on my skin tone. So let's see. I'm still gonna wear this obviously, but I'm gonna be using a much lighter hand with this one. And I'm gonna start from further back on the cheeks, just in case. Yeah, it's definitely a little too deep for me, but I'm gonna continue to just buff this into the skin. I like how it has a little more of a reddish undertone versus the last blush I used. I think it's looking okay if I'm blending it more toward the back of the face, but I do feel like it's slightly too deep for me. What do you guys think? I'm gonna take my foundation brush and just go over the edges, try to mesh that into my skin tone a little better. All right, last but not least, we're gonna be trying out the lip cushion. Now this one is in the shade Van Gogh. This is supposed to be a little bit deeper. So excited to try this one. Yeah, this one's definitely more on the vampy side. And it's got a little more of that rose undertone. Pretty, okay. Okay, so here's the second look. It's definitely more of a smoky, deeper, rosy kind of a look. It's interesting. Now that I've tried all of the products, I definitely have favorites, and I feel like they're kind of mishmashed. I feel like I definitely want to try something. But first, here's, again, the more sultry neutrals all together. I would love to hear in the comments which one you guys like, the soft neutrals or the sultry. I actually want to combine them really quick. So I'm going to take off this lip color. I'm gonna try to apply the first lip color, which is Mona Lisa, which is just more of the beige color. And I'm actually gonna take a little bit of my foundation that's left on the brush. Actually, I might put a tiny bit of foundation on the back of my hand, pick that up with my brush, and just kind of tone this blush down a little bit. I'm just curious. I just wanna see what this looks like. And I'm gonna move into this blush. So we're kind of mixing the two together. I'm gonna make sure to blend that in. And just to make sure it really matches, I'm gonna take some of this blush on an eyeshadow brush, which, by the way, I read that on the website. You can take these blushes and wear them on the eyes. It literally says that they're eye safe, so you're good to go there, which I think is really cool. If you wanted to create just an all-over monochromatic look using just the blush, that'd be kind of a fun way to do it. I still feel like the blush is a little bit too deep for me, but I do feel like I'm making it work as I'm pressing it into the skin and kind of layering a little bit of my foundation over top. See, I kind of like the combo. I kind of like using the Da Vinci eyeshadow palette with the Baroque blush and then the Mona Lisa lip color. I'm looking at my eyes and this shade is really doing something for the blue in my eyes. I feel like actually the whole palette looks really nice with blue eyes. Maybe because it has a little bit of that orange undertone in some of these shades. Maybe that's what's doing it for me. I definitely love the whole concept. I love the packaging. However, I feel like I was surprised at my favorites today. So out of the two palettes, even though I really loved how magical and beautiful this palette is, and I think it would be great for every day, but I do feel like I could create this with a lot of other palettes in my collection. The Da Vinci palette, on the other hand, this is something special. It's something that I don't really own too many colors of. It's definitely a little bit more on the sultry side, but I really ended up liking this palette a little more than this one, maybe because it was just something a little bit different. If you're somebody who loves neutrals and you're not sure how to piece together a neutral eye look all the time, this would be a great everyday go-to foolproof palette. So I still really enjoyed it, but this definitely surprised me. The blushes are... Oh no. I dropped my blush and it busted. What the heck? I feel like this has been a weird week for me filming. I feel like I've dropped several things, or like in the eyeshadow palette video that I filmed recently, like 2 pans of my eyeshadow just billowed out of my palette. What in the world? Dang it. was such a beautiful blush and now has a big chunk taken out of it. What I was trying to say before I dropped these, oh my goodness. The blushes are really pretty, but I do feel like they're a little bit deep for my skin tone. So I still feel like I'm gonna find myself reaching for a little bit more of a pink blush from M Cosmetics just because it won't look as muddy on the skin. Not that these look muddy, but kind of on me, on my skin tone. They're gorgeous though, and if you have medium or deep skin, I think you would really enjoy something like this. I'm so bummed. Oh. Dang it. And then for the lip color, I mean, there's a clear winner for me. I actually think that I would wear the shade Van Gogh when I had a little less on the eyes. I try not to compete with my eyeshadow with a lip color, so that's why I was like, it wasn't my favorite to have a little more boldness on the lips with this color, with this eye look, but I think I will wear it by itself. It's such a nice formula. By far though, I really enjoyed this one, and I think I'll be using this quite a bit actually, the Mona Lisa shade. It's exactly what I'm reaching for right now. It has a little bit of that taupey undertone to it, and that's what I've been living for these days for every day. So for me, out of the entire collection, these two were my favorites. If I had to just pick two, I think I'll be reaching for these the most out of this collection. And then this palette is a close third. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me dip into the new M Cosmetics collection. I really enjoyed trying out these products. I hope you guys found it interesting because I definitely fell in love with this collection as soon as I saw it on Instagram. It was so fun to finally be able to play with some of the colors and the products. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever tried M Cosmetics. I still feel like it's so underrated. There's so many beautiful products that they have and that they create, and everything is so approachable. I really love it. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie. I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber, but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it for me today. I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.